Hello, I just want to make this video today to talk about Phenibut, a natural supplement for anxiety you could get at the health store. Um, and it's like a supplement of white powder, and in Russia I guess they use it as a prescription for anxiety. I suffer from like panic attacks and bad anxiety and PTSD from an accident. And I remember I would take the kratom, and that would work good for me. I like to do natural alternatives. And I found out about this stuff called Phenibut, and I asked a dude in the health store about it. He said there wasn't really any risk, and I didn't think much of it because it's at the health store. And I picked it up, and I remember I took it the first day, and I had to get up for work the next day, and it was late at night, and I had like no energy. And once this kicked in, I felt really good, like kind of like a mild, mellow ecstasy feeling, and I got all like amped up. I wanted to listen to music. I felt great, didn't feel any bit of anxiety. And I was like, wow, this feels really good. And yeah, I took a walk and listened to music for like 2 hours, and was pretty surprised at the feeling. And I took it the next day. I had to take a little bit more, same deal. I felt good again, no anxiety at all, didn't feel that emotion. It's like it didn't even exist. And I was like, wow, this stuff's great. This works better than like any prescription medication I've been on. Or I used to have substance abuse problems and would take like street drugs, like everything in the book you could think of just to ease it off or make it better instead of having to be on like zombie medication. And even though it's not a better alternative, but sometimes when you're feeling those emotions, you just do anything to make them go away. So yeah, third day goes by, I take the Phenibut. I have to keep taking more and more as the days progress because your tolerance builds up. Now the thing is, I have addictive personality, and that will stay with me for life. And on the back of the Phenibut, it clearly said not to take more than 3 days in a row. And that's not going to happen with me. Like, just to be anxiety free was the most amazing thing. And I took it every single day. This went on for like 2 weeks till I ran out. But I remember towards like past a week of doing it, I started feeling like disassociated. Like, I was getting like this weird feeling and like not like really having normal conversations or couldn't really think straight or anything. And I didn't think much of it. I thought I was maybe just in a mood or something like that. But this is where all hell started. The day I ran out, I went through vicious withdrawals, like the worst I've ever felt, and I've withdrawn off pain medication I've been on for years after an accident and a lot of other hardcore stuff, and I've never felt anything like this, and it caught me off guard. I was having like anxiety, like the worst anxiety attacks all day, nonstop. I got wicked paranoid and thought every car was following me. Everybody was like laughing at me or mocking me, which wasn't true, it was just delusions, like crazy paranoid delusions. And that night I just had cold sweats. It felt like my arteries exposed, like my skin fucking hurt, all my muscles, my whole body. I couldn't sleep or drink water or eat food. I just couldn't get it down. And that was the first day. And then I was like, what the fuck was that? Second day got worse. Didn't drink, eat water, or sleep at all, no matter how hard I tried. Third day went by, happened again. I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital. I was like, how much longer can I go without sleep or food or water? Like, it just felt like my body wasn't accepting it at all. And not to mention the mental part, it was really terrible. I was even, like, didn't even feel like talking to my own family or anything like that. I just didn't want to be around people. I was getting really like self-conscious and like delusions, like if people were laughing or something, like I thought they were laughing at me or making fun of me. And I just like really felt weird. Can't explain it that good. And couldn't be out in public without getting a panic attack and like just being terrified. The only emotions I felt was fear and worry, and then just physical pain all over. And what's it called? I think on the fourth day I finally slept a little bit, but not much, and I was able to get some food and water down and stuff. And that was like 2 months ago, but ever since that, it's like I felt like I messed something up, like mentally or chemically, because then like I'll feel good and I'll have ways of feeling good, and then I'll have like off days or a week where I'll get that same feeling again, like when it's been months and I haven't took that shit ever again. And like I don't know how to go about like asking for help about this, or who to tell about this, or wonder if anybody had the same experience. It was like I didn't know you'd withdraw that bad. I didn't know it'd fuck with you that mentally. Like after that happened, I looked up and I read horror stories about it, of people having to go to the mental hospital because the withdrawals are so bad. They just go crazy and psycho, and I felt like that's what I was feeling, and it was just really bad. And I started changing my diet and eating healthy, and I was like, I'm never gonna touch that again. But again, like I overdid it every day for 2 weeks. I mean, it really helped at first, but the downsides were like not even worth it. I wish I never found out about it. I kind of feel like it screwed me up a little bit. And so I'm not saying it's like bad. Maybe it helps other people, or it's really good alternative for somebody else. But like I said, I used to be an abuser, and I took everything under the book, like LSD, shrooms, party drugs like ketamine, all that stuff. Went on binges, and I've always went back to normal, and I never felt like that. And it's probably, that was around like New Year's Eve when I got it, only 2 weeks of that. And ever since that, I've been getting these on and off mood swings, and then I'll have like days where I can't talk to anybody or be around anybody. Like I've always had like PTSD and anxiety, but never that bad. It's like the feeling comes back again, and I start feeling disassociated, can't be out, have like the worst panic attacks of my life, get this paranoid thing, feel like people are laughing at me. And I just want to make this video to warn others not to abuse that shit and listen to labels, and do not overdo that stuff. It's no joke. I didn't take it serious because it was at a health food store, and come to find out it was the worst experience of my life compared to like street drugs and everything. And yeah, I just want to see if anybody else has felt this, or this something similar happened, or how, if they ever came back to normal, or any advice on what I should do about that. Like right now I'm having a good day, I could record and like talk good and stuff like that, but then there'll be days where I can't say a word, and I just would feel like really shitty, and it's mostly the mental part. I don't know, like what I also read online, it said do not do it cold turkey. Like I work so much and I just had no other choice. Like I had to work through like these withdrawals too, and I would make really bad impressions because I was just like, only emotions I was feeling was like fear and like worry, and like people I know who I've known for a while would think I was on like hardcore drugs or like relapse, and I got really kind of messed up like a lot of stuff. My parents thought I was on drugs, and it was just crazy. And like ever since that, I just been feeling off. I haven't been feeling myself, and like I hope it stays like this, like in this good mindset. But I've been like in good ones ever since, and then it's been an emotional roller coaster. I'll fall off, and then I'll feel like disassociated and like anxious as fuck, and like depressed, and like thinking really dark things for like days at a time, and not being able to leave my house, and having to call off work just because of these feelings. And like I feel like it's like affected me like really negatively, and I'm not even on anymore. And so this video is to warn others, like if you don't need it, just don't even take it. It's not worth it. If you do take it in moderation. Don't overdo it, because it's really no joke. And I didn't take it seriously, and look what happened to me. And also, I want to make this video if anybody has had bad experience with Phenibut and maybe got these same feelings, and maybe saw like a specialist or got in some type of medication and make your chemicals balance again. Like, I just don't know what's up. And yeah, I just wanted to make this video and hope to hear a lot of feedback, and maybe someone dealing with